All right, I'm live. I'm going live on Instagram also. This is usually a little more put together, but I'm just going to start in just about 1 second. I'm going nowhere. That's a lie I told to you. And your eyes told me you knew that we were going nowhere. So here's to hoping that we find each other's best, and we stay strong through the rest instead of choking. Here's to hoping, 'cause I held you even though you don't believe in me sometimes. You kissed me even though I don't believe in Jesus Christ, but I feel God inside the songs I hear sometimes. Na na na, na na na, na na na. On the table, I had nothing there to hide, but you left me broken, blind, and you put it all on the table. We're growing older, and I have come to understand that it never goes as planned, and I try again. 'Cause we're growing older. I held you even though you don't believe in me sometimes. Kissed me even though I don't believe in Jesus Christ, but I feel God inside the songs I hear sometimes. Na na na, oh, na na na. So I'm going nowhere. That's the lie I told to you, and I hope one day it's true, but for now we are going nowhere. All right. That song was called Going Nowhere, as you probably could have guessed. I'm Matthew Fowler, if you don't know that. It's a real pleasure to be here at Heartwood Soundstage in Gainesville, Florida. There's no one really in this room besides Liza and Susanna, so I'm just going to say hi to you guys. Hey, what's up? Thanks for filming this show today. I hope you guys are having a really great time. I want to thank Heartwood for making me sound really great. I can't hear what the microphones are picking up, but I got a chance to during sound check, and everything sounds really nice. And this awesome NU 100K microphone sounds fantastic. So yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here again. I'm playing 7 songs today for about 40 minutes or so. That was the first song. Pettis is playing after me, and we just had a really awesome conversation. He's a super cool guy, very knowledgeable. He really loves Abraham Lincoln, who I also really love. Really great president. Anyway, this whole thing is kind of a little bit of a songwriting workshop kind of thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, where the songs came from and what they mean to me. So this next song is called I'm Still Trying. And I wrote this song in my back porch in my parents' house in Orlando, Florida. It kind of was born, kind of from looking back at a lot of different things. My brother and I, at the time when I wrote this song, weren't as close as we are now, and it just weighed on me a lot, thinking about how relationships change over time and, that kind of thing. So I wrote this song called I'm Still Trying, and it's a song about still trying. And all right, cool. Here goes. It sings of the memories, how they tug and cling. I lay listening. I could touch my past, feel the heavy air, hear that strangers pass. I lay looking back. I remember when you used to drive right over. I remember to pull you closer. I was traded for a cigarette in a bed you shared with an older friend. I remember all the years I yearned for closure. I'm still trying. Wish I knew why I barely call, why I'm short with you. I shut my eyes and kid you grew. So I've learned with time all the bonds you build either live or die. And I've come to carve away my pride. 'Cause I remember when you used to call me brother. I remember used to climb on my shoulders. We would let on the sun to dry, have a heart to heart from time to time. I remember all the grief gave our mother. that song again was called I'm Still Trying. That was the second of 7 songs I'll be playing this evening. There were some people actually outside of the window cheering me on, so thank you very much for doing that. I have no idea who you are or what your names are, but I just see silhouettes jumping up and down, so thank you very much. I think that's Harper and Ren. But yeah, again, it's a real pleasure to be here at Heartwood Soundstage. It's a kind of a whirlwind feeling being here. I used to work here when it first opened for a couple years, and I made the analogy earlier. It's kind of like being in this building and seeing, just how things change naturally over time, and, different people working different positions, and even, changing of the paint on the walls and that kind of thing. It's like driving back to your parents' house and realizing that they've turned your room into a computer office or something, but it's like kind of nice, It's a little warmer of a feeling than that. That's not quite the feeling I guess I was going for, but anyway, it's really great to be back in this building. I have so many memories playing on the stage and watching other people play on the stage, so it feels really great to, play my last show of 2020 here in Gainesville. So the next song I'm going to play is a song called Rest. I wrote the song in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the guest bedroom of my friend Steve's house. And this song, too, is kind of, it was after doing some heavy touring, kind of for the first time in my life, coming to terms with like leaving town and not seeing friends for like a long time, and not seeing, partners or whatever's going on. And just the feeling of kind of being on your own and feeling exhausted, but doing what you want to do, and, just working hard at something that you believe in, and not quite exactly nailing what you're trying for, but getting, as close as you can. So this song is called Rest. There's a hammer on my table, nails inside my head. I don't know quite what I'm building. I just hope it's not a mess. I could use some peace and quiet, but all I make is noise. I just wanted some companions to be one of the boys. But everything's how it used to be, the apple tree and the snake. So blame it all on coincidence, or you can chalk it up to fate. As for me, I never lost that feeling. There's a chorus and it came on strong, swelled inside me like it's growing season. I raise my voice and I sing along. So I've been stumbling through the darkness, trying to find a hand to hold. Squint my eyes for something shining instead of only striking cold. And getting lost in little moments, find a town and paint it red. And these days I'm treading open ocean, but there's a song stuck in my head. Nothing's quite what it used to be. Everything gets replaced. So write yourself a new recipe, or you could push it around your plate. As for me, I've got a long drive coming back to my home. I'm bound. Saw the clouds like a stage above me. The rain came down. my favorite sound. One day things are gonna change for me. Gone the weight off my chest. It calms me down like the swaying seas. I close my eyes and I finally rest. All right. That song was called Rest. I hope you liked it. How you guys doing? Good? Liza, Susanna, you good? Cool. Hope you guys who are watching are doing well. Also, I was told not to break the fourth wall or whatever, but I don't know how to not do that. So, for context, I'm in this really big stage room. There's like nobody in it but two people. And I'm very nervous and, my heart's palpitating and all that kind of stuff in a good way, the performance juices are flowing through me tonight. Anyway, that was weird. So the next song I'm going to play is called Everything That I Could. I also wrote this song in Pittsburgh. But before that, tomorrow actually, I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm driving straight to Denver, Colorado to go visit my brother and his partner Amanda and their new baby Lennox. I just became an uncle super recently, about 3 months ago. I haven't gotten a chance to meet Lennox yet. And so my heart's really full right now, in a way that it hasn't really been this year, because this year's been such a shit show, in so many ways for, just about everybody. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to spend Christmas and New Year's in Denver. It's going to be a white Christmas, which I've never had before, snow and the whole 9 yards. And I get to meet Lennox, my nephew, and when he was born, it just I think I've been going through a lot of just kind of life stuff, this year, thinking about the kind of person I've been, the kind of person I want to be, what I'm doing with my life and what I'm not doing with my life, and, all those things. I think what's nice about this year being so crazy is that, for me especially, it's given me the time to kind of reflect on things that I, either took for granted or I was too busy to really address. It's brought about a lot of changes mentally and, how I want to do things and how I want to be. I'm not really sure how that pertains to this set in particular, but I guess I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight into, what's going on with me right now and how I'm feeling about things. So anyway, it's just a really beautiful time, and I'm doing my best to kind of feel everything, to kind of feel all the things coming my way. So anyway, this next song is called Everything That I Could. And it's kind of a song about that. It's a song about feeling something inside. Here we go. Lovely lady, come on and save me. Can't you see I need some relief? Take me slowly away from the main streets. There's nobody that I want to meet. I'm so tired, but I don't know why. I've still hoping someday I might. Oh. So lovely lady, tell me plainly, is this the best that I'm gonna be? Don't fight, sit tight, 'cause sometimes the starlight, oh, it shines upon what you need to see. But I feel older than I rightly should. Oh, I've tried for greatness, and I've tried for good. I did everything that I could. I did everything that I could. Conscience heavy, it weighed me down. So I went inside myself and I looked around. And I'll play you the songs that I found. All right. That song was called Everything That I Could. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to anybody who's watching this from the Heartwood side, or from Facebook or Instagram or whatever's going on right now. Appreciate you being here on what is it? Is it Friday night? Friday night, right? Is it Friday or Saturday? It's definitely Friday, right? Yeah, Friday night. It's getting lit up on the Heartwood stage here. Friday night. Thanks for being here and listening. So the next song I'm going to play is a song called Cassie. I wrote this song, I started this song in Nebraska, and I finished this song in upstate New York, in Troy, New York, while I was staying at my friend's house. The song is written about a woman named Cassie, who I met while I was touring out in Nebraska. I was driving my car and touring around the area, and my car broke down. The head gasket of my engine blew. And I was stuck in Nebraska for a while. And Cassie and her family really made me feel super welcome. And I just really fell for, I fell for Cassie, and I fell for feeling accepted. They were the kind of people who would have been glad to have let me stay at their house for, 2 months or whatever while I figured out what I was going to do. And that kindness and selflessness in the face of having your own, difficult life and having your own things going on, it's really put into perspective, the issues that I was having, and really put into perspective, yeah, my car's broken, but I'm okay and everything's okay, and it's not that big of a deal. You're going to get over it. So that really stuck with me, that moment and those feelings. And so I wrote a song for Cassie. It's called Cassie. Tune this up so that sounds good. Again, I want to thank the Heartwood staff, a lot of whom are really close friends of mine. So thanks for being here and facilitating this show. It's definitely the most legit thing I've done all year. All right, this song's called Cassie. Cassie, I'm glad that you were with me. You made it easier to smile. Wish you'd leave that man up in Michigan. I can make it worth your while. Cassie, I know how hard you have it. I felt you ache, I've seen you age. But I could book some shows down in Mexico. Let your hair down for a change. Cassie, I'm leaving in the morning. Stayed here way too long this time. But I could make some space in this endless race if you ever change your na 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 na. Right. That song was called Cassie. Cassie, if you're listening, what's up? How you doing? So I'm going to move right along. This next song is called Blankets. I just got finished recording my record is finished. I've put out one record in the past, and I'm sitting on another one. It's mixed and mastered, and right now I'm kind of in the process of shopping it around to different places and seeing what kind of interest I can drum up from it. 2020 and 2021 are going to be weird years to release records. There's a lot of backlogged stuff going on, but I think I've gotten really close, if not found my home, for this record, which is super, super exciting. I've worked really hard to get to this point, and I found some people who believe in it, which is really cool. And all these songs that I'm playing tonight are on that record. But the last two songs I'm going to play were also recorded on my first record. I'm going to play a song called Blankets and then end with a song called Beginners. But Blankets, when I first wrote it, we were tracking the first record, and the way that I tracked that record was my dad is a chef, and he would do catering and stuff, and so he had this like storage unit that he would cook in, because you're not allowed to like commercially cook in your own kitchen for whatever, it doesn't matter, but me and a couple buddies would go there kind of after he was done, and that's when we would record. And I wrote the song in the morning, which is very rare for me. I don't often write during the daylight hours when I'm most conscious. I write a lot in the middle of the night and, random spurts of stuff. But this song was kind of birthed from the excitement of finishing a record, of being really close. I had basically tracked all the songs on the first record, and this was the last one to happen. And it's really stood the test of time for me. It's a song that I love playing and really feel close to still. And we've done a really amazing version of this song for the upcoming record too. So anyway, this song is called Blankets. And it's it was my dad's favorite of my songs for a while. Because I talk about him and wine, and we drink a lot and stuff when we hang out. So anyway, this song is called Blankets. I can't wait to leave this place, but all I do is settle down. Man cannot be heard behind a closed door. He's gotta take his words to town. When I was young, I fell in love. I've been falling ever since, with a way to speak my mind, with broken English, crooked rhyme. Like lovers loving underneath the blankets, late night talks with fathers drenched in wine. And I ache to venture out and join the circus, of people learning how to feel alive. So I'm thankful to the poets who gave me ways to feel inside, the frames of reference, songs of passion, to never run and to never hide. It has been a long time coming, but a change is here. The reasons all have run away, there's nothing left to fear. Walk into the corner of the station, take the train that offers me a ride, 'cause I know that this is only the beginning of a journey that'll stay with me for life. Of a journey that'll stay with me for life. It'll stay with me. It'll stay with me. It'll stay with me. All right, that song was called Blankets. And I'm going to end the set tonight with a song called Beginners, which is kind of the first song that I ever wrote that made me feel like a songwriter. I remember very clearly when I wrote this song. I was 16 when I wrote this song, which kind of blows my mind. I'm 26 now, so it's been 10 years, and it's still kind of a song that I feel like I can play until I'm 60. It feels good every time. And I very clearly remember there's actually a movie called Beginners with Ewan McGregor and Christopher Plummer, I believe, is in it.
And it doesn't really have to do with the song at all, but it like the idea, the concept of beginners really stuck with me, you know. And at the time I was going through kind of my first relationship with this, you know, the first love sort of thing where it's the kind of love where you like, you know, you would do anything for that person because maybe you haven't figured out what love is yet, or you know, it's that kind of young love that is really intense but burns out, you know, quickly most of the time. But yeah, this song, I wrote it on a sheet of paper. I still have it somewhere. Wrote it with a crayon because that's all I had at the time, and I never changed it. It just was 2 stanzas that I wrote out, and that was it. Yeah, so this song, Beginners, has always kind of had a special place in my heart. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. Again, I just wanted to thank Heartwood Soundstage for having me here. Thanks to Liza, Susanna, everyone working here. This place is amazing, and if you live in Gainesville or you're traveling through Florida or you like live music, you should find a way to get here and listen to something sometime. Pierce Pettis is playing after me. If you're watching through the Heartwood thing, then just stick around and he'll be playing. If you're watching on Facebook, I think that might be the end, but if you're interested in listening to Pierce, check him out. Go to Heartwood Soundstage on YouTube or their website, and you can figure all that stuff out. It's pretty straightforward. I also wanted to thank, you know, who did I want to thank? I wanted to thank Pierce. I mentioned earlier, we had a really great conversation. He's a really fascinating, interesting guy. And Dave Malash and all those people. And also, you know, if you have anything to spare, money-wise, we're doing this for cold cash. So, you know, anything you can throw our way goes towards making our lives better. And also, a portion of the proceeds tonight goes towards Heartwood Soundstage, which is a venue. There's lots of struggling venues out there right now. It's a, you know, hard time to be a music venue. So please, if you have something to give, give it. That'd be awesome. It's super weird, like staring into a camera and asking people for money, but here I am doing it. So anyway, I'm going to end with Beginners, and thanks again. I'm Matthew Fowler. It's been a real pleasure to be here. You know, hope 2021 brings me a lot more live shows where, you know, I don't have to play to cameras and I can play to people. I feel a lot more comfortable playing to people rather than cameras, which is, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, all right, this song's called Beginners. Thanks again for having me. It's been a real pleasure. I'm gonna watch this back and get mad at all the awkward things I said, but that's okay, because I can always grow. 2021, baby. Here we go.
When you are young and love's a dream, floating through a forest tenderly, and there are branches along the way that sometimes make us go astray. But you know that it's the truth when I say that I love you. I could never tell a lie. We are beginners, you and I. So you came inside and you slammed the door. You stole my food just for the taste. And that time you said it wasn't worth it to you. I stayed with arms around your waist. Although I'm scared we're way too young, we could never say we are done. 'Cause tears of love and pain will cry. We are beginners, you and I. You and I. You and I. You and I.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. That's it for me. I hope you have a really wonderful night and have a really great holiday season and New Year's and all that kind of stuff. Check in with me later. Bye.
what's coming. Tell me, what is the bogey that you're so afraid of? But eyes in the back of our heads can persuade that just for the moment mercy is swayed. Oh, look over your shoulder and tell me what's coming. Look into your sad eyes, tell me what you see. What is left of the child who is hiding behind them? Who longs to be laughing in places of light? Who knows that the morning will follow the night? Look into your sad eyes, oh, and tell me what you see. If you must be afraid of yourself for being afraid of the fears you have felt. You went the well in a climate of It takes more than your passion and more than your pain for the rock of forgiveness to melt in the rain. Look over your shoulder and tell me what's coming. Look into your sad eyes and tell me what you see. Look over your shoulder and tell me what's coming. Though you're weary and worried, though you stumble and fall, surrounded by trouble, with your back to the wall, when you're busted and broken, remember the one you'll always be, your father's son. When you're brought down in hatred, when you're brought down by love, when you're brought down by those things you just can't rise above, when you strayed from the path and hate what you've become, still you remain your father's son. Your father's eyes, your father's name, your father's pride, your father's shame. Be you braggart or humble, be you doctor or thief, if you're made out of money, if you live on relief, still you cannot escape it. No matter how far you run, oh, you will remain your father's son. your father's hands, your father's face. So here you stand in your father's place. You may never have known him. You may know him too well. He may have given his blessing. He may have given you hell. But if you know the difference between right and wrong, then don't forget what you are, your father's son. Hey, don't forget who you are, your father's son. All righty. Well, hello out there in computer land. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. I think this is the next to last day of Hanukkah, or the last day. I lost count. It's 7 or 8. It's one of those. Don't burn your house down, by the way, folks. That's a lot of candles. My phone's going off. Ignore that. I'm going to have a little water, because after all, this is professional entertainment. Oh, yes. My name is Pettis, and I'm so happy to be here. We're coming at you live from Gainesville, Florida. Beautiful, absolutely freezing Gainesville, Florida. By the way, my name again is Pettis, and they told me to say, feel free to introduce the song in yourself. Okay. The first song was by Mark Hurd, and I like to do one of his songs pretty much every show. The second one is a title song from my most recent album, which is called Father's Son, available on iTunes. And for you guys who are here live, I have actual physical copies of that album. But right now I'd like to do a brand new song. I think this is like the second time I've played it for anybody. And this is just called I Tried. Oh. There we go. No remorse, no regrets, when I remember to forget the damage from this clumsy hand of mine. You know what? Before I do it, I got to tune. Oh, I didn't have to tune. All right. Usually I do. No remorse and no regrets, when I remember to forget the damage from this clumsy hand of mine. Hell is truth seemed too late, damned is he who hesitates. Didn't always do the right thing, but I tried. Your heart gets heavy on your sleeve, holding grudges makes you weak, like a ball and chain. I've carried mine. When it comes to push and shove, the mask comes off as do the gloves. Didn't always take the high road, but I tried. I tried. Yeah, I tried. No guarantee that things will work out right. You can reach for the stars, still die in the dirt. But for what it's worth, I know I tried. How I loved the way she talked, the way she bounced when she walked. Those days I felt outrageously alive. But lovers come and lovers go, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Couldn't make love last forever, but I tried. 3 little boys, 1 little girl brought the sunshine to my world, made me smile, melted all the ice inside. I held their hands and watched them grow. One by one I let them go. Couldn't hold on any longer, but I tried. I tried. Oh, I tried. Blessed with everything life could provide. It was more than I I deserved. But for what it's worth, I know I tried. Dog days in a southern town, the sun comes up and knocks you down, drains every last emotion left alive. My mind becomes an empty void, generating useless noise. Couldn't always hear the music, but I tried. Night turns over in its grave, troubled winds and crashing waves, and a lonely moon is pulling on the tide. When everything is not enough, but all the same it's all too much. Couldn't always face the darkness, but I tried. I tried. Oh, I tried to crack the code that's hidden in plain sight. Sometimes it feels so sublime, sometimes just absurd. But for all it's worth, I know I tried. And for all it's worth, I know I tried. Thank you. Thank you, virtual audience, for all that virtual applause. I know you're in your homes right now, clapping, sitting in your underwear. All right, here we go. I don't even want to think about that. Here we go, moving on. Oh, am I still wearing this? How embarrassing. Here we go, taking that off now. All righty. All righty. Well, once again, folks, we've now arrived at the Christmas holiday portion of our show. I'd like to do you a song. It's I always say it's a medley of my greatest hit, and it's not really a Christmas song, but it is. It does have a Christmas story attached to it. But before I tell you that, I have to tell you that I must plug Songs from the Heart. You're watching Songs from the Heart here from Gainesville, Florida, at the Heartwood Soundstage. I always want to say Sound Studio, but that's not right, is it? Yeah, you're shaking your head. Okay. I don't know nothing. But at any rate, that's where we are. Wonderful venue, by the way, folks. Whenever this stupid virus finally ends, and you should come here and see a show because it's like a recording studio, so the sound is perfect. And the people here are really, really nice, and they have good coffee. I know because I've had a lot of it. And so, at any rate, well, this is a song I wrote a few years ago. I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, in this crappy little one-room apartment, and I was broke. I didn't have money. I didn't have furniture. I didn't even have a table in my kitchen. So I'd just go in there and sit on the floor, and eat Pop-Tarts or whatever. And it was a bad year, man. It was like a really bad year. And to make matters even worse, it was coming on Christmas time, and it was going to be my first Christmas spent without my family, without my kids and stuff. And needless to say, I wasn't in a really festive mood. And so I didn't bother going out and getting a Christmas tree or lights or any of that stuff, because like what am I going to do, surprise myself? Like, ooh, Santa been here, that would just be stupid. So I didn't do that. However, a very interesting thing happened on Christmas morning. I got up, and to my surprise, I was feeling really good. I had this just euphoria thing going, and I walked in my kitchen. It's true. And it was a beautiful day, and the sunshine was just coming in my window. And outside my window, there was a cedar bush, and it had rained, the night before, so that meant little drops of water, are clinging to all the pointy parts of the bush. And the sunlight going through the drops made each drop a different color. So what's that, right? Instant Christmas tree, right? And so I'm like, I was all kind of inspired by that. So so I started thinking of these lyrics, and I started hearing this music in my head, along with the voices and the screaming and stuff. And to make a long story short, I took the song idea up to Nashville. I got with my buddy Gordon Kennedy, and we finished this song. And to our surprise, it was recorded by Garth Brooks. And so I took some of the money and made a down payment on the home that I currently live in. And just to complete the irony of it all, the song is called "You Move Me," because I got to, move. Okay, here we go. Oh, got to turn my guitar on. Oh, man, I am so sorry. Okay, here we go. Here's how life seems to me. Life is like therapy, really expensive with no guarantees. And as I lay on the couch with my heart hanging out, I was frozen in fear like a rock in the ground. Oh, you move me. You gave me courage I did not know I had. Oh, you move me. Can't go with you and stay where I am, so you move me. Yeah, you move me. Here's how love was to me. I could look and not see, going through the emotions, not knowing what they mean. And it scared me so much that I just would not budge. I might have stayed there forever if not for your touch. You move me out of myself and into the fire. Oh, you move me, burning with love and hope and desire, and you move me. You move me. You go whistling in the dark, making light of it, making light of it. I will follow with my heart, laughing all the way. Oh, you move me. You got me dancing and you make me sing. Oh, you move me. And I take delight in every little thing, 'cause you move me. Yeah, you move me. See how you move me. How you move me. See how you move me. you move me. Oh, yeah, you move me. Oh, you move me. Woo! You guys want to hear a brand new song? This is one I just wrote. And I'd like to play this song in honor of Hanukkah. I have been blessed with a lot of Jewish friends. And so I wanted to write a song that would be suitable for Hanukkah. And so this song is a song I wrote about a guy in the Tanakh who is your ancestor, and also my youngest son's ancestor, because he has Jewish heritage as well. And this is just called Jacob's Song. Let's see. Long ago, I pulled a fast one. I pulled the wool over dad's eyes. You know what? I'm going to get in tune one more time. That's the great thing about live music, because you get to see all the mistakes. You know, you get to basically see how they make the sausage. Let me start. Sausage, that's appropriate. All right, here we go. Long ago, I pulled a fast one. Pulled the wool over dad's eyes. Though I was the second son, I walked away with first prize. I still recall my brother's rage. I can see his trembling hands, saying we will meet again one day, and I will kill you where you stand. My mother said, you are in danger. Get out of here while you still can. I left a wayfaring stranger, never saw her face again. Traveling across the open desert, till I thought that I would die. Dreamed I saw a golden ladder reaching clear up to the sky. Well, who is your daddy? What's your name? I got your number, I'll put you in your place. You play with fire, yeah, you'll get burned. But for some, that's the only way to learn. I settled in a far-off country. Took 14 years and 2 wives, working for my crooked uncle. Glad we got out of there alive. So I took my little family, bound for a home I hoped we'd find. And then came a word that made my heart freeze, saying your brother's close behind. Well, who's your daddy? What's your name? I got your number, I'm in your face. You fight with angels and you'll get hurt, and that is just what you deserve. So I held my wives and children, sent them ahead and said goodbye. All by myself I stood there trembling, knowing I would surely die. Then I saw my brother coming, 400 horsemen at his side. But he came weeping and embraced me. You can imagine my surprise. Well, who's your daddy? What's your name? I got your number, boy. I'm in your face. You get in hot water, oh, and you will see. That's the best way to get you clean. Who's your daddy? What's your name? You got a new one now. You're not the same. Just a minute. Not so fast. Now your name is God just kicked your ass. Long ago I pulled a fast one. All right, I got 3 songs I'm going to do in a row now, and then they're going to make me go home. But thank you guys for coming into your living rooms and watching this, or your office, or wherever you are. At any rate, this first song is an Advent song, and I wrote this with my friend David Wilcox several years ago, and then I just kind of squashed these other 2 songs on the tail end of it, so I'll just say that. If it wasn't for the night, so cold this time of year, stars would never shine so bright, so beautiful and clear. I have walked this road alone, a thin coat against the chill. When the light in me was gone and my winter house was stilled. So I grieve for all I'd made, out of all I had to give. On the eve of Christmas Day, with no reason left to live, living there somewhere in the bitter wind and cold, impossibly strong, I know. But even there, a bloom, tender as arrows, was breaking through the snow in the dark night of the soul, in the dark night of the soul. If it wasn't for the babe lying helpless in the straw, there would be no Christmas Day, and this night would just go on. And when it seems that death is won, buried deep beneath the snow, where the summer leaves have gone, a seed of hope will grow. And even now, somehow, in the bitter wind and cold, impossibly strong, but you know that even now a bloom, tender as arrows, is breaking through the snow in the dark night of the soul, in the dark night of the soul, in the dark night of the soul, in the dark night of the soul. If it wasn't for the night, what child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap, sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ, King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the son of Mary. No banners were unfurled when God stepped into the world, held in the arms arms of a little girl named Miriam. Who would ever believe your fiancé, your family, and the teenage pregnancy of Miriam? The laws of nature were suspended, death sentences rescinded throughout all the world, all because of a little girl named Miriam. Medieval paintings glaring down, stony figures judge and frown, wearing a halo like a crown. Could that be Miriam? In Gentiles' temples, stained glass worlds, cherubim with golden curls. Oh, how unlike your Hebrew world, Miriam. I don't know if you ascended, I don't care what's been amended. There was one sure miracle, just the faith of that little girl named Miriam. Oh, you are blessed indeed. Blessed is the fruit of your tree. Yeshua, the King of Kings and Son of Miriam. No banners were unfurled when God stepped into the world, held in the arms of a little girl named Miriam. Miriam, 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 Miriam. Thank you. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, God bless. Thank you.